satellite. Body love in every size. Feel the vibe and energize. No shame, no fear, just joy. Every curve we deploy. Hit play, let's make some noise. Oh, Chubs go wild. Living free, living style. Turn it up, turn it loud. Chubs gone wild. Big hearts, big love, big dreams. Breaking molds, tearing seams. Together we're the ultimate team. Oh, Chubs go wild. Feel the pride, feel beguiled. This is us unreconciled. Chubs go wild.
Hey there, and welcome to another Chubs Gone Wild. This is episode 636, recorded on Monday, April 6, 2026. A lot of sixes in there. Guess we won't try to read into that. It's 85 degrees and sunny in Chubland, where it is 49 days until Memorial Day, 208 until Halloween, and a mere 263 days until Christmas. La 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 la. Today's affirmation: I deserve affection, romance, and desire. I love these affirmations that are aimed toward big people or chub community. Like, we're just automatically going to think, oh, we're fat. We don't deserve chub affection, romance, and desire. Okay, whatever.
Wait. What? Where are you getting this from?
So these, God, Studio Dog has decided that she just has to say something. Anyway, basically, I set up our affirmations so that they are specifically for the chub community. And
Off of the calendar that Nephi gets you?
no, we're not using that
Oh,
right now because
I
that one
see.
is too
Okay.
special for me. I mean, not for me, but it's too special to me, so we're not using it this time. Besides, some of them, anyway, we won't get into that. We're just going to say that these are specifically for our chub community, and
Oh,
that
well, where do you
kind
get
of
them from?
bothered me.
Where do you get them from?
Uh, Hold, please.
Oh,
Maybe I can figure out how to pause. All right, we're back. Anyway,
okay. So where do you get these from?
I got these. What do you mean, where do I get these from? The internet.
Well, I mean, what source? You're saying that they're specifically for chub people.
Yes,
How
I
so?
went because I went to AI and I put in, give us some affirmations that are specifically for the chub community. Here we are. I'm
Okay.
proud of who I am becoming. Now, see, that's okay. My presence is comforting and grounding to others. Totally fine. But I deserve affection, romance, and desire. What? Because I thought I didn't? Because I'm fat?
Um, that's usually what all these fucking bullshit things say anyway,
I just
whether it's to
don't
the
like
chub
that
community
one.
or not.
Well, that's true. Because, muscle men sit there and look at themselves in the mirror and say, I deserve affection and love. As they're being, adored by thousands online. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I had a moment. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ Star Sage, Franza Univaz, Eric, Sean, Charles, Phoenix Dave, Kingsley, Kathy Bacon, Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can be part of our creative family for as little as $1 a month. All right, well, let's check into history and see what happened on what is it? April 6th throughout history. Okay, starting in 1320, when Scotland reaffirmed their independence. Then in 1712, when New York slave revolt begins. In 1830, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is founded by Joseph Smith. 1841, John Tyler becomes the 10th U.S. president after William Henry Harrison's death. Then we have 1896, the first modern Olympic Games in Athens, Greece. And in 1917, we have the U.S. entering World War I. And 1924, when the first successful around the world flight begins. And on April 6th, after that, nothing happened. All right. We did have a couple celebrity births. Merle Haggard in 1937. 1969 saw Paul Rudd come into the world, and thank you for that. And then we had in 1937 again, Billy D. Williams from the Star Wars fame. It's always funny that he gets so much fame for Star Wars, and yet he's done so much more.
Well, it was weird. Last I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race,
Mm.
and RuPaul was talking to one of the contestants, and she said, because she's kind of this country gal, right? She
Mhm.
goes, what you're doing reminds me a lot of Flo from Alice, from the TV series Alice,
Yeah.
and you know who Flo is, right? And
Right.
she goes, no.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's like, come on, these queens need to know their history
Yeah.
because so there's so much history. I mean, that's it's weird. It's just to me it's weird because especially when you're trying to do comedy, you want to have that net to throw
Yeah.
out with, you're talking about, Betty Davis in the 50s and the 60s, and you're talking
Right.
about, what happened with her and Joan Crawford. That's fodder, for great comedy. You've got Ginger from Gilligan's Island. There's all these.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah, there's so many funny things you can go back. Endura, and if you
Yes.
don't know these people, you're missing out on a lot of comedy.
Yep. Absolutely. It's just sad. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we had a chance, even though we were, more, the modern. I mean, you got a little bit more 60s, but, you know, uh, whatever time we had in our Gen X 80s, whatever, we still had reruns and the insight to go back and watch
Right. Well,
all those
when we were
wonderful
kids,
shows.
there were the three networks, and
Hmm.
then there were the independents that
Right.
showed all those great TV shows and movies that we didn't get to see originally.
Right. And then Nick at Night so that we could go back and watch all of the, the
Okay, girl,
Carol
that that
Burnetts
that's
and
that's
the
20 years past that.
Laugh-Ins and I know, but still that was for me being able to see Laugh-In and Carol Burnett and all those shows meant a lot. So anyway, all right. Hey, there were a couple notable deaths in 2014. We had Mickey Rooney, and yeah, the we couldn't build a barn anymore. Womp. And then we had 2017, Don Rickles, legendary comedian and actor. Hmm. Did you like Don Rickles?
Yeah.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
respected him for his career, but wasn't necessarily my favorite. Or
Why? Because he made.
he just didn't hit that thing. It's kind of like Rodney Dangerfield, although Rodney Dangerfield I appreciated more after he died. And I don't know, maybe something clicked finally. All right, let's talk about what happened this. Oh, we already talked about that. I got all confused. All right, let's see if we celebrated any holidays today. Eventually. Okay, there we go. All right, today is Army Day. Oh, mm, okay. We love our army. All right. It's also the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Day. Yay.
Well, yeah, you just mentioned that
Yeah.
part of history.
All right. Drowsy Drivers Awareness Day. Are you aware?
I was asleep.
Okay. Okay. Dingus Day. Hmm.
What?
Dingus. Dingus Day.
Dingus?
I will attempt to see what it says. All
Well,
right.
no,
Dingus
dingus.
Day. I
When I was a
know.
kid, dingus was a slang for penis.
Really? I've
Yeah.
always heard dingus is a way to call somebody an idiot.
Okay.
Okay, in Poland, the day is mostly associated with water and pussy willows. Males throw water on females and gently hit them with pussy willow branches. Uh, so it's popular in Poland, Ukraine, and Polish communities in the U.S.
Well, the pussy willows look like
Yeah.
penises.
Mhm. Yeah. Puncture my Lilo. Yeah, I don't know. Moving on,
Okay.
though. Hey, guess what? It's Easter Monday. Did you know
Oh, yeah. You know what that means?
that?
That means you got to go to your stores and get your 75% off Easter candy.
That would be lovely, but I ain't going to the store today because somebody decided they didn't want to go shopping.
Was that me?
Oh no, it was Heather. She's
Oh,
feeling up to shopping, so but hey, no candy for me. Okay, it's also Fresh Tomato Day. Nope. Okay, International Asexuality Day. Are you asexual
um,
on Thursdays?
uh,
Okay. International Day of Sport for Development and Peace. Lovely. Jumping Over Things Day. Did you jump over something? Yeah, I can't see. Oh, there you go. Oh, those, okay, so for those who are listening, Tom is holding up a little Lindt chocolate bunny. Those things are super expensive this year.
yeah.
Because I was gonna get a couple for my mom, and I was just like, oh hell no, I'm not paying that price for those.
Oh, they were pretty cheap at Costco.
Oh, well, yeah, usually they are.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also International Day of Sport and Peace. Did that, jumped over things. Tom didn't do that. How about National uh Acai berry? I always say it wrong. Acai Bowl Day.
Okay.
Like the
The
berry, the
yeah, yeah, the berry bowl.
yeah. So no. Okay, caramel popcorn.
Oh, I like caramel popcorn.
Me too, but popcorn doesn't like me anymore. Uh,
Why?
Girl, come on, that's your job to go
Is
there,
it
not me.
because of your teeth?
Oh, I can't. Oh, it drives me nuts having those hulls get stuck in your teeth. Oh my goodness. It's National Carbonara Day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's early. I haven't had dinner, so
Oh, maybe.
no.
Oh, okay. It's also National Egg Salad Sandwich Day. Ding ding, I might be having that later if I have enough mayonnaise left. Let's see. It's National Fun Day. Meh. Not so far. Siamese Cat Day.
No.
No. Student Athlete. No. Tartan. National Tartan Day. No.
No.
Twinkie Day. Which kind? No. New Beers Day. Oh, sorry. New Beer's Eve. No. Do you drink beer at all anymore?
Um, I do when like for instance, if I go out drinking, I drink beer now. I don't
Oh,
drink because well, it's usually half the price of the alcohol. I mean the
okay.
like
Yeah.
mixed drinks, and I don't like buying alcohol out in public.
Yeah. Uh,
It's
I
too
don't,
expensive.
I just don't usually drink alcohol anymore. But our dear friend Likes his 805s. I used
Yeah.
to like Hefeweizen, but I just don't do it anymore. Plan your epitaph day. That's lovely. Sweet potato. Nope. Teflon. Nope.
Ooh,
That
is
didn't
that even a
stick.
thing anymore?
I don't. Well, isn't that Teflon on the
Not
pants that
anymore.
you gave
No.
me?
I thought Teflon was the thing that was giving everybody cancer and it was
Yeah, pretty much.
peeling off of people were eating it and it
Yeah.
was not good. And well,
I don't know. White House Easter egg roll. I think he probably went out and stole all the eggs. Okay.
did you hear he was like yelling in his Easter um uh
Yelling. Oh my God. He said horrible things.
yeah, Happy Easter.
Yeah. Happy Easter. Called people bastards and
Use the F
praised
word.
Allah and said fucking yeah. I mean, I've never thought about the 25th Amendment more than I have recently.
Well, it's funny. One of his asshole people was trying to make out that the gas problem right now was due to Joe Biden.
I Joe Biden, the boogeyman who, never goes away 2 years into the term anyway. It's also National World Tennis Table Day, Table Tennis Day. Can get down with that. I used to be pretty good at table tennis or ping pong. All right. Well, let's see if we have any birthdays that we want to celebrate today. And we do, starting out with Mr. Michael Mojo, former landlord where I live, actually, years ago.
Oh,
But yeah. Anyway, he's off in another state. Denial. Anyway, all right. Happy birthday to Danny, to that ant, Mr. Ant, who is a Pride 48 community member. Um, Stop, your hair is distracting me.
me too.
Happy birthday also to Alma, Monty, Matula, Jessica, Randy, Alan, Kyle, Kyle from the Gayish podcast. We have Joe, Mr. TJ Bruce, owner and entrepreneur of our local gay bars. We also have Candace, Brett, and Garrett, Mr. Tigger from the Tigger Cast years ago from the Freak Network. You know what I find is really sad right now is that every birthday when I go in and try to say happy birthday to the people now, some of them that I haven't really heard from for a while, I kind of check their profiles, and almost every other day I'm finding somebody who has like died. And that's just sad. And it's also sad how many people are still wishing them a happy birthday. Well,
Well, you wish your father a happy birthday every year.
yes, posthumously,
Well, yeah.
but that's the thing. If somebody goes on their Facebook page and says, like happy heavenly birthday
So they
or
have to say
happy
heavenly for
birthday,
you not to
Missy.
shun
Well,
it.
it okay, but it's like, come on. You're saying happy birthday to somebody you don't even know them. You don't even look at their page. Obviously, it's just sad that
No,
you just
you're
know
just
that your dear
sad.
friend has passed away
Oh my
4
God.
years ago. Although, oh God. And of course, that leads into my chub hug, ironically enough, that 1 year ago on April 1st, we lost Ramble Redhead. And
Oh my
so
God, really? It's
it's
that
been a
long?
year, yes.
Oh.
And so that is my main chub hug today. How about
Well,
you?
well, we just lost I mean,
Oh,
he wasn't a good
yes.
friend, but we just lost one of our local guys, Andy,
Yeah.
died this last week. And then a good friend of mine found out he had a stroke a couple months ago. And he's not well. uh, according to what was said, was that he can't even roll over in bed.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's it's just I don't know. It's weird. I mean, Sean made the point of, that he's got all the, you know, you want to tick off all the boxes there,
Right.
for having a stroke. He qualified for all those, and I get that, but it still doesn't make it easier. I mean, we had Jana with a stroke a few years ago,
Right.
and we're constantly hearing about people dying. It's not
Yeah,
fun.
or having heart or going. In fact, the one friend that we were just talking about who just died went in for a bypass.
Quadruple bypass.
Was it? I thought it was a triple. It doesn't matter, but yeah, um, yeah, and that's weird because usually going in for a bypass, unless there's something like really outstanding going on, those are pretty successful these days. My dad
Right.
had a triple or quad, one or the other, and then my friend Heather. Uh, One of the reasons we're not getting together today is that last week one of her really close friends had a quadruple bypass, and they sent her home too early. And but now she's in a rehab facility to, get her strength back and everything, doing really well. So, I mean, those things are usually pretty successful now. Anyway.
Oh, this was interesting. Yesterday, I was at my one of my niece's house for
Mhm.
Easter, and so one of my nephew's wife was. We were talking because she's asthmatic, and I said, "How are you holding up during with all the pollen?" And
Mhm.
she goes, "Wow, I got super sick like about 3 weeks ago,
Oh,
where I didn't know what was happening to me. I mean, I couldn't breathe, and I slept all the time, and it was like, okay, now you're just reading my script
yeah.
because it was the exact. I mean." She had a few things that were a little bit different than I had going,
Mm.
but otherwise it was like identical to it was the same time period. It was weird. So yeah, it's just I hadn't talked to anybody else that was as sick as I felt. And she said she went into the hospital and they basically said, okay, just go home and drink fluids and rest. And it's like, oh my God. Because I there was a couple days where I was looking for the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, yeah, you were not doing well.
So, but I also want to send Chub hugs out to the people in the Middle East, the
Ugh.
innocents in the Middle East that are just, you know, that that just because of their location, they are, dying, and
Mm,
their homes and their communities are destroyed over Epstein's file. So,
yeah. All right. Well, we did get a few things in our feedback, starting with Sean, who says, happy had trouble with the Star Wars prequels when I first saw them. Watching the Clone Wars TV show and later the Bad Batch show helped me appreciate them more. And that's interesting. I have been told to watch the Clone Wars that actually will piece some things together. However, I just could not sit through it myself. But Dennis wrote in, actually sent a comment on our Facebook group. Hi. And said, we watched your YouTube video as we always do. Tom's alive. And we were both cracking up at your horror tale about your colonoscopy, Heather being late. Heather's never had any issue with the charging in the car at multiple places. It's always fun. Your canceled colonoscopy without you knowing, and the topper of it all was falling out of the car and hurting your shoulder. And oftentimes we think Tom isn't listening to you, but Tom didn't miss a beat when he belligerently said to you, how the fuck did you fall out of the car? We were literally rolling around on the floor howling at how indignant Tom sounded at your expense. That's right, because he didn't care. He didn't ask me how I was, but he just, car. It's like, well,
Well,
welcome to
it was too,
Sacramento.
sorry, it was too hilarious to ask, polite things.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I didn't feel very polite after that day either. Anyway, he said you two birds have great chemistry together. So thank you, Dennis. I really appreciated that comment. And, well, then it's time for some celebrity deaths.
Oh, shit. That's me.
Yes.
Yeah. And but I do want to say it's true. Like when you talk about your week,
Uh,
I am so bored that I'm not listening.
yep.
Uh, okay. There's no deaths.
Hmm, it's mutual. Okay, well then, time for me to take a nap while you talk about your week.
Well, it's weird because my week, I was like looking at it going, what did I do all week? I know I was
Yeah, I kind of
watching
did the
shit, but
same.
I didn't seem to write anything down. RuPaul's Drag Race, we finally we're down to the top three. We just got rid of Juicy. And the thing is, Juicy was so talented at her looks, at her dancing. She could lip sync. She was great at that. But what she couldn't do, she just didn't have, she's not fully formed her persona.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she couldn't, and she's, I guarantee you, she doesn't know who Flo is either. And I think that's part of the of like a good drag queen knows things. They
Yes. Yep.
they have a personality, and the ones that don't are just girls and boys in dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was time for her to go. She should have gone a long time ago. The only thing keeping her here was that she had good clothes and she could lip sync because she was always in the bottom. Um, Yeah, let's see, American Idol. This was interesting. They did a live American Idol on, I think it was Sunday, Monday. They did two shows and, or two sets of 10. And then the call in, and they've got five different ways of voting now.
Oh,
And at the end of it, Ryan goes, well, uh, find out next week who's in the top 12 because we don't want to give off any names until we know the count is complete. And so somebody fucked up.
what are you, a Republican? Oh,
Let's see, on Survivor. Okay, it's interesting because they started off with 24 people on Survivor, right?
right.
Because
Yeah.
it's the 50th, and they wanted to bring in as many people as possible. The problem is that they are only out there for 27 days. So they had to really start jumping, like they were losing two and three people a week, an episode because they have to get it down to the point of where it's manageable.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, they literally have to get rid of one person every day, if not more.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, 20, you think about it, 24, they usually would go 3 days between people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now, and since after the pandemic, they went from 39 days to 27 days. And then you add an extra, because usually it's 18 people, and now they've got an extra nine. It's a mess of people. So, but they merged with like 18 people or something, which
Wow.
is unheard of. It's a mess. Um, but it's still enjoyable. Don't care, don't care. Anaconda. Have you watched the new Anaconda yet?
It ain't
It's
got none
it's
until you got buns. Oh, no, snake movies are not my thing.
um yeah, well, Anaconda doesn't bother me because it's so big. It's
You're used
just
to taking big, aren't you?
so big that it's not intimidating. What's intimidating is when, like they're walking and then there's like a rolled up um rattlesnake. That
Right.
that just I've got to, okay, turn it off.
Yeah.
But a giant anaconda doesn't scare me. I think it's almost funnier,
Mm,
more funny than it is scary. And this one is done as a joke. I mean, it's Jack Black and his and Paul Rudd have acquired the rights to Anaconda, the original Anaconda, and they decide that they're going to take all the money that they have and they're going to make their own Anaconda movie. And so it's not a very good movie. It's the
Yeah.
concept. I don't know something. I don't know if it's the concept or it's the humor or what, but it wasn't as the previews made me want to see it bad. But
Yeah.
I once I watched it, we're just kind of like, uh, okay,
Oh,
that's not
that's
so
too
good.
bad.
Yeah. Also, Sisu, which is
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
that Finnish movie. They did a part two,
Mm-hmm.
and it just did it lost the appeal the first one had.
Hmm.
They I mean the whole thing was that it was a Nazi killer. So
Yeah.
every time you saw a Nazi, everybody's dead. And then they brought in
Alright.
Stephen I think it's Lang. He's the guy who's the bad guy from the uh, Avatar movies. You know, he's the guy that's always
Okay.
trying to kill all the people, because he's a soldier and soldiers are blah 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 whatever. But what I did, and so he's the bad guy, and that changed the feel a little bit too. But what I thought was interesting is that we're talking about movies and like a few weeks ago we were talking about the Oscars and how we don't know a lot of the people that are in movies anymore. And
Mm.
here you got Anaconda with Jack Black and Paul Rudd, who are both in their late 50s.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Sisu with the lead is in his late 60s, and Stephen Lang is in his 70s. And I'm like, where are the young people? All of a sudden I want the young, where are they?
Mm.
It's weird. So it was kind of strange. um we're watching One Piece over on Netflix. That's the
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm not big into it, but Sean seems to like it. And Watson and DMV on CBS were canceled,
Mm.
and I'm not sorry about that. And this was interesting. I got an email a couple days ago
Oh.
that said, "You're a pervert." And I know because I'm watching you from your phone.
Oh.
And I saw you masturbate. And I've got it
Those
recorded.
things. Hold on. We lost your audio. We okay, and now you're frozen. And we're still lost your audio. And apparently you can't hear me. So maybe it's on my end. My internet connection is unstable.
Oh, really?
Okay, yes. Okay, now you're back. It was weird. All of a sudden, I could see you talking, but I couldn't hear you, which
Okay.
meant you're weak. And then, like, you just froze. But now you're back. Okay, so I lost you at the email where they could see you masturbating and you're a pervert.
Right. And so, but there wasn't like, oh, I'm going to put it online if you don't pay me. There's none of that. It was
Huh.
just here. You now you froze again. You're frozen on mine.
Yeah, now I can still hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Well,
Okay.
anyway, it was just odd because I'm thinking, what you who cares? I
Yeah.
mean,
I know.
really, can you send me a copy? Because I'd love to see what my face looks like. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like we get those emails and they're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna share your masturbating with everybody." And I'm just like at that point I'm like, "Eh."
If they want to see, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like, "Well, it
not a
wouldn't
big
be my
deal.
my favorite thing, but I'm not paying you anything. Thanks.
Well, and it's
Move
like,
along."
yeah, and let's I know which day you took the picture because
Yeah,
I've been sick over the last month. So
right.
yeah, it's just weird. I hate this kind of shit
Mm,
because some people are going to be
Oh
taken in by this
yeah.
kind of.
Oh my, they did that. Oh, it was like several years ago. It was when that was like super popular scam. They did that to my mom, and my mom was just like, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, it's just spam. Just put it in spam. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. That's lovely. Anything else on there?
Um. Uh. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, that's lovely. Sorry about your email problem, but if anybody sends it to me or anything, I'll let you know.
Oh,
So,
okay.
all right. Well, as for me, this week, let's see. So I'm still playing WoW Midnight. Actually enjoying it to where I'm actually playing like an
Is that why
hour.
you were up late last night? You were
Uh,
playing it at midnight?
no, an hour to 2 hours a day. No, I actually am going to bed a lot earlier than usual. So, but anyway,
Well,
so
that happens to old people.
yeah, I know it's been great. Um, and so it has been fun, and I'm really still enjoying the expansion, but I think it's gonna start hitting that samey feel soon. Speaking of samey feel, the Ultimate Baking Championship, I've been watching that, and they sent home my favorite player on there, which was Robert. Now there are some players that we knew from the baking championships, and they're, I mean, it's just a baking championship. And the thing that got me, though, the thing that irritated me about this one is they have a player on there called that's named Alberto, I think his name is. He's kind of an older guy. And he has fucked up almost every week, had something like ridiculous happen, and they have kept him every time over other players that I'm like, they did better. They did better, and they still kept him. And so anyway, yeah. So it
Which show is
irritates me
this?
when they do that. The Ultimate Baking Championship.
Is you think he's giving like head to Jesse or something?
Ugh, I don't want to see that. Although I might want to do that. But yeah, anyway, so Robert went home, and I don't know who to vote for anymore. I mean, they're all fine, but you know, anyway, I just wish they had our spring one. Okay, Top Chef season 23. Are you watching that?
Is that the one that's on right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So this last one, did you catch up on the last one?
Yes.
Okay, so Brittany went home. And my question is, what is it this season with chefs having like extreme meltdowns? Because the first one, remember, the one woman from what's
The black girl with the
Jamaica?
braids, she couldn't get
Yeah,
her shit on the plate, and she
and
kept having, breakdowns.
oh, and that's the thing. But that's the thing. Okay, I understand that when you go into a show like this, sometimes you are a super talented chef or baker or whatever, but you're just not good at
You're
competition
not
timing and stuff.
TV. Yeah.
But her reactions were like, "What the fuck is the matter with you? I would not want to be in your kitchen."
Right.
But then the same thing happened with Brittany when she couldn't get her shit on. I mean, she was screeching.
Well, this is something I've noticed a lot. We're watching Alone. That's the one where
Yeah.
they leave 10 people in the middle of nowhere and hope they survive. Well, it's in Africa this time, which is a whole
Mm,
different feel to it. Of course,
yeah.
what I love is they go, "Oh, it's 77 degrees outside. It's the hottest part of the day." And I'm like, "What? What? 77? That's
In
not
Africa.
hot."
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. But we had two people that left because they got depressed. They
Huh.
got sad. They were sad. It's a fucking show called Alone. And you didn't expect to be alone?
Yeah.
It's weird. And then there's this girl I watch. She does Broadway stuff, and she's a social media person for Broadway. She's
Hmm.
tried to get in the other way, and that she figured this out, and now she's doing The Great Gatsby. She does maybe Happy Endings.
Hmm.
She's got all these different things going on, and she broke up with her girlfriend and moved to Florida.
What?
Yeah, and it's just and I I want to you know comment to her going, "Girl, you don't need horseback riding lessons. You need a psychologist. You need to talk to somebody.
Uh-huh.
You have a breakup, I'm done with New York, even though that's where your business is. You
Mm.
have an apartment you own in New York, and you decide to move to Florida because it's warm, and she's in Florida doing all her business online and remotely until
Hmm.
she has to go up and do something in person. So she's flying back and forth to New York,
No.
and she's just it's like, okay, so she moves to New York. She gets a year-long pass to Disneyland because she's a Disney fanatic. Okay, she gets horseback riding. She joins the lesbian choir. She starts to she's doing all these weird things that people do when they're having a breakdown.
Yeah. Well,
And
next she's gonna Britney it and shave her head.
uh I don't, it's so weird because I'm sitting there going, oh God, no, don't make life-changing things
Decisions. Yes.
right at the end of a relationship, or you lost a job, or
Or a death or something
something that
like
you
that. Yeah.
found, this and people I still can't believe that two people left alone because they were, sad. One guy goes, I think I need therapy. You were there 3 days.
Oh gosh.
Come on.
Wow. Three
Yeah,
days. Okay. Well,
yeah,
see, that's one of the things about us Gen Xers is we figured out how to entertain ourselves back in the
right,
day. So I mean, we
right.
could do it if we had to.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I'm a chef.
Yeah.
Here's these people that cannot handle the situation.
Yeah.
You don't go on RuPaul's Drag Race if you can't host a game night at a bar. you
Right.
know and when you get there, you don't fall apart. You got to get through these kind of things, and because it always bothers me, because I'm sitting there looking, thinking, okay, here's two guys, and both men, that got so depressed they had to leave the show. They both left on the third day, third and fourth, and um uh and it's like, what about those people who wanted to do this show that you took their spot?
Right.
That
Yeah.
always pisses me off, especially in the cooking shows, because those kind of, getting on those kind of cooking shows can be
Brutal.
career changing,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
Mhm.
you spoil the opportunity for the guy who's behind you.
Right.
The alternate.
Yeah. Well,
So
and it
anyway, go
also,
ahead.
I mean,
Back
and
to
it's
Top
also could
Chef.
be career ending because some of the, I mean, if you see some of those people, you may not, you going, I would not want to eat
You're not
anything
going to
that you cooked because you are a mess, and yet they might be wonderful chefs, just not competition chefs.
Well, and you know what else is not going to happen?
Hmm.
You're not going to put money into their business
Right.
if they can't,
Yes. Yeah.
if they look like they're falling apart because they couldn't get something on a plate.
Right.
You know, and it's not like, with the girl, the black girl with the dreads, the braids.
Hmm.
She fell apart a couple times.
Yes.
And that, it's just, to me, it's so surprising, and it's not like she had 1,800 people to feed. She had like eight.
Yeah.
If you can't get eight plates in an hour and send them out to the judges, then give somebody else the opportunity to be on the show.
Hmm.
That's the end of my thing. Okay,
It's your
go
TED
ahead.
talk. Okay. All right. I was watching something that, oh, I think I was watching one of the cooking shows, probably Top Chef, and it ended. And you know how Amazon Prime will like just automatically flip to another show instead of
Yeah.
going back to the main screen, which irritates me. But this time it flipped to Superstore. And I mean, I've seen a couple episodes of Superstore and I thought it was fine. And then I just went ahead and let it play because I was too lazy to change the channel. Anyway, so I'm now up
You?
to season 4 and I actually am really enjoying it. I had nothing against the show. It just wasn't on my, to-do list, but now I'm really enjoying it. Uh,
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I sat and I've seen the entire series,
yeah.
but um, I'm a DMV that just got canceled.
Hmm.
Almost exactly it's the same format. It's like
Right.
wacky people working at a job that you might uh, mix with them, so you know who these people are. It's not like
Hmm.
Community where there's some office somewhere. This is like, oh, I go into DMV, I know those kind of people. Oh, I go into Walmart, I know the people that work there. And
Hmm.
this is the new thing that
Oh
they
yeah.
love these kind of. I don't love them. I
A
don't love them. I
couple a
think
couple
they're
years
cheap.
a couple years ago we watched a show called Blockbuster and you didn't even remember it.
Oh, I
And
remembered
I
it. Once you told me about it, I remembered
right.
it
And
because it
I
was only one.
understand.
It only ran 10 episodes.
Yeah, it was like one season, short season, and it was gone. And kind of deservedly so. I enjoyed it, but not enough that I cared if there was any more of them. But Superstore, okay, I really like it. I mean, I love America. I love the guy that plays Jonah. And, it's a good show, except when they started getting into the relationship stuff that was like, here we go again with the Ross Rachel thing, will they, won't they, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. I don't care. And then they had a season where two of them were pregnant at the same time, and it was all about pregnant and baby stuff. I don't care. Why do you ruin shows by having to have it go to romance and babies? You
Well,
had
that's
good
that.
format, let it go. Keep it
Yeah. Well,
going.
that's everything. They all do
Yeah.
that. Um, and it's like, did Sam and Diane have to get together? No.
Ugh,
Did Sam and Kirstie Alley have to get together? No.
right.
You know who else didn't get together? And it works. Cliff and oh, I can't think of this.
Carla.
No, Cliff and the big guy,
Oh, Norm.
Norm. Cliff and Norm, they never got together,
Right.
and they didn't have romances. I
Yeah.
mean, Norm was married,
Well,
and
and
you
that,
and it was perfectly fine. Woody
yeah.
never had a romance. Not, I don't think. At least,
Yeah, he
I mean, he
did
may
later
have dated a
on, but yeah.
girl or something, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the
And she, I think,
storyline.
got married. But yeah, that's Happy's Place. I really enjoyed Happy's Place. I was half partway through season 2 of it, and now she's got to have a relationship with the fry cook, and it's got to be like the dominating factor of like all those episodes to the point where I just went, "I love you, Reba, but I'm not interested in the show anymore."
Yeah,
Just yeah.
I think well, and it's so interesting because if you look at movies,
Mm-hmm.
you look at like you take a spy thriller.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to get laid.
No,
He doesn't have to have
have to.
unless his he is already married and he has to worry about his wife getting mixed up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these guys don't have any kind of relationship going on. First of all, they're spies, so they don't even have a real identity. They're whoever they need to be the next time around.
Right.
Why do we need to have romance?
Yeah, I do. And I will say that there have been shows where I love the romantic aspect of it, but that's that show, and that's what it was for. these did not start out that way, and I don't care.
Right. I'm with you on it. I just nothing ruins a show more than a romance that you don't want
Mhm.
and a pregnancy.
Pregnancies, yep, and two of them in one season.
Ugh.
Ugh. All
Yeah.
right. Let's see. I also watched the new, I think it's the new movie. They're advertising it big on Prime. It's Agent Zeta, and it's basically it's dubbed in English. A Spanish spy must track down a former spy who, by the way, is also his biological father, involved in an undercover mission decades ago, while a Colombian agent is also after him, although she's not really an agent, but hey, there's a different thing there. Or maybe she is. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Sounds horrible.
It
Is it dubbed?
Or okay, yeah, it is dubbed.
Thank God.
And at least there's some easy to look at guys in it, but it is 30% crap. And then there's actually some really good stuff in it. In fact, the older spy guy, he does some like little spy stuff with his team that I was like, actually, that's pretty good. We should use some of that in, the American spy stuff. But I would say if you're it's a Saturday and you got nothing else, give it a watch. It's fine, but
Oh, I was
if you got something better to watch, go ahead.
this I think this might interest you. I was watching
Hmm.
a documentary on YouTube, and they were talking about um the cost of films.
Mhm.
Okay, like for instance, out of the all the movies that were up for Best Picture, none
Mhm.
of them made money,
Oh,
including Sinners. Sinners was, did really well,
yeah.
but it was very expensive and
Imagine.
to make and to advertise. Um, so I'm like, okay, what about the direct to video stuff? What
Mm.
I don't understand is how does Frankenstein get made, which that thing had to be hundreds of thousands of dollars to
Yeah.
make it, because not only did they not use CGI, they did it was all practical effects. So
And no
you
product placement.
right. And well, yeah, you can't really do that in these kind of
Yeah.
things, but still, so how does it make money? According to what they said, a movie like a Prime movie,
Mm.
um because right now they said that people don't want to go to movie theaters and watch um crime dramas, because now they know that they're going to watch those on streaming.
Oh.
That and romances are pretty much the same thing now. So what's happening at the theaters is it's tent pole kind of big aggressive. We're going to do Zootopia 2, and we're going to do another Star Wars movie. We're going to do another
Mm.
Avengers movie. Those are Avatar. These are the movies that are at theaters, and they're making money. But they said that the average uh, like Prime movie even though they're not making any money off of it, it's worth $80 million, I guess, for subscriptions.
Huh.
For I still don't understand. Well, that's great. That's one movie. You've got 18 movies that you
Hmm.
bring out, and so and they're well, and then the point that they were making in this thing was, so you can only bring in $80 million worth of credit, or subscriptions, whatever it is. Why would you make one of these movies that's $110 million
Mm.
budget when you know you're not going to make it? You're only going to that you top off at 80. Why are you throwing an extra $30 million in for no reason?
Right.
And it was because that's always been bothering me. So on Netflix, when they have a movie, and they're simple little sweet movies,
Hmm.
um and like the Hallmark shit, perfect example. Those things are made for a dime,
Yeah.
and they must be just hauling in the cash,
Mm.
because I don't think they're worth 80 million, but they're definitely in the month of November and December, they're definitely worth their price. Whatever
Right.
you paid for them, you're making money back on them. And and so yeah, I don't get, it was so easy when it was, okay, the movie cost $50 million. It's extra, probably an extra 50 million to advertise it.
Mm.
And you made $120 million. So you made $20 million profit. I loved it when it was simple, but
Yeah.
the math has gotten out of
Crazy.
control.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw that and it kind of played into what you were talking about. And and that's why movie theaters are failing, because there's nobody goes to see what they know they're going to watch on streaming.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Totally.
think about how many times you go, oh, I'll wait.
Oh yeah. In fact, there's I kind of want to see Hail Mary in the theater, but
But
also
I'll warn
I'm
you about
fine
that
with
now.
seeing it without.
Yeah, I'll warn you about the Hail Mary thing right now. I
Yeah.
was looking into it. We're into the third, fourth week, and now
Hmm.
it's in the teeny tiny theaters.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's working its way from big screen to little screen.
Yeah,
But I mean,
because they're making it seem like this is like the blockbuster, you know.
well, that's because it was March, and nothing has been everything has been failing. Everything. When I'll tell you, when Total Recall failed, remember the one with
Oh,
the Glenn guy, Glenn Powell was,
yeah. Well, it
yeah,
wasn't very good.
it wasn't very good, but the thing was that thing was very expensive,
Uh,
and it failed miserably.
yeah.
I mean, it's a remake of a show that everybody knows, and it's with an
Mhm.
actor that seems to be popular,
Oh
but
yeah.
nobody went to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
really, and it's just, so when Hail Mary came out and it was a huge hit in March, they're like, "Yay, we got one!"
Yeah.
You know, because what are they going to do between January and February are terrible months for movies.
Yes.
Actually, I was watching a show where they said, um, I think there were seven major releases in January, and they were all failures. People
Yeah.
weren't going to go see those movies because they're still watching Avatar, and
Mhm.
they're still watching Wicked, and they're still, what was ever left over from Christmas.
Right.
And that's not even that big of a market anymore. And the Oscars aren't a big market.
Mm-mm.
So the whole thing is I don't know. I think they're approaching the idea of movie theaters incorrectly.
Mhm.
They're I mean, they're not making it. I mean, I used to go to the movies 3 times a week
I
when I was
know.
reviewing,
Yeah.
and now I'm so glad that I'm retired as a movie reviewer, because I don't want to sit through that garbage.
Hmm.
So I don't know. And I mean, stop making these grand movies that cost too much money. Get put some Hallmark type movies into the theaters and give them a little, zhuzh. And then when they come, I mean, I'm not even excited looking for the stuff that comes from the theaters anymore, for the most part.
Well, yeah, because I figure probably within a month of it being in the theater, it'll be available online at some point, you know, and usually at a service that, you know, you may not have to even pay for. Well, I
Right.
mean, or you're already paying for it is what I mean.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, there's only three, because we haven't been to the theater since we saw Wicked for Good. And the next there's a couple movies coming up soon. Supergirl is one that we want to see, although I'm dubious about it, but
Right.
having
It comes across as a tent pole, even though it may not be good,
yeah, I'm like
because
I'm
it's
hoping,
DC.
right? I'm
Right.
hoping, but I have not usually okay, like the other suit like Superman, which was this was based off of, I
Yeah.
heard about that months and months ahead of the time. I've seen maybe two ads for Supergirl at this point, and it's
Right.
coming out in June or July, June or July. Anyway, there's only three movies this summer that even remotely
I know.
I
And
want to
remember
see.
when even I guess maybe it was the pandemic, but before the pandemic, every week was, sometimes there were
Something.
two movies
Yes.
coming out that week, but you at least wanted to see one of them.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now it's like when one of the big movies coming out in the middle of June is Stop That Train, the RuPaul comedy, which actually probably cost 12 million to make. So
Yeah.
it might end up actually being a big hit if
Right.
it's Pride Month and they're bringing it out, and it's who knows. But at
Yeah.
least I guarantee you they're not spending $120 million on it and hoping for the best.
Right. Toward the end of the year, there's some movies that look pretty good. But again, maybe three.
Yeah, it's terrible
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Uh, but actually, speaking of going to the theater and seeing something, yesterday I got to go to the Crest Theater, which is one of our historical theaters here, and I got to see Jesus Christ Superstar, the 1973 film. Um, and Ted Neely, the actor who played Jesus, was there live and he talked before the show and got to do like a meet and greet and all that fun stuff. And we also got to meet the photographer who was not only the only photographer who was allowed to be on that set, but he is also like Tom Cruise's personal photographer for Mission Impossible. He has worked on so many
So
top
is he a
movies.
cinematographer or is he just a
No,
camera?
no, no. He is a photographer,
Okay. Okay,
and
got
he
it.
is like has worked on so many films and projects and stuff that I couldn't even begin to keep up with it. But he was really fun. And then of course Ted Neely's agent was there. He's also a documentarian, I believe. But it was really fun. I didn't realize he's a small little guy, Ted Neely or yeah, Ted Neely.
Well,
Um,
he's also old, so
well,
he's shrinking as well. So,
yeah, yeah. But I mean, but even if after seeing how tall he really was, because Clint got a photo with him, and Clint was like towering over him. Um, Seeing him in the film, and when he's like being dragged by the guards, it's like they're dragging a child. And again, I didn't realize just how small he was. Anyway, the film was remastered with sound and the film quality. It was amazing. And I mean, I really like the film. I like the way that they juxtapose the 1973 technology with like tanks and planes flying over with, the historical garb and then the 70s or yeah, the 70s like hippie stuff going on. But I mean, I have seeing it on the big screen like that, you get to really take in so much more than you see on that little screen for something like this. Things that you just never realized were there. Cinematography and that just it was like just blew me away. I mean, I really had much more of an appreciation and a love for this film. And of course, our friend Clint, I didn't realize just how much of a fanboy for this he actually was. And in fact, we got they were selling these little towels. I'm holding it up for on the video. So they're like Ted Neely, Jesus Christ, towels. They're
so
little
is that
hand
supposed to be
towels, and we
the
were joking that they were cum towels. So yes,
uh
um,
is it supposed to be Shroud of Turin, is that what the
That is what they were saying. They were saying
okay.
that it was Ted Neely Shroud, basically,
Okay.
as Jesus. But anyway, so they're very cute, $15. But anyway, it was a wonderful experience, and I'm really glad I went on Easter Sunday. So of course that was, fun.
I hate the movie,
I understand that. There's
but
a
I
lot of
love the
people that
show.
really don't. My mom can't stand the music because she's like, it's all in minor key. I can't stand it. So,
Well, for me, it was I saw the stage play
yeah.
before I saw the movie,
Huh.
and so the stage play, well, at least the version I saw was so fantastic. I
Mm.
mean, so fantastic that it really kind of, it's like the movie was never going to stand up to it. And
That's
I
funny.
didn't like the whole hippie and the guards with no shirts and the
Oh, I love
helmets and
that.
the whole thing was just, to me it was like, oh, they're trying, but it's not working.
I just I loved it. And then I actually like the live version. Tim Minchin did the arena tour of it, and I think that's my favorite live version. But
Well,
anyway,
I do love the music. It's funny because when you're talking about scenes,
huh?
I'm hearing the music in my head from like when they're dragging Jesus off to put him up on the cross.
Yeah.
I was going to say castrate, and that's not the right word. Crucify. They're
Yeah.
going to crucify him, and I can hear the music that's playing in the background when that's happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's for me, musically, I love the show,
Yeah.
but I don't like the movie.
Well,
Sorry. It's
that's
it,
okay.
it
We
every
don't have to
no
like everything.
people.
Mhm.
Not everybody can like everything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like to say. But all right, what would you do? Um, oh, and by the way, our Easter was fun. I made baskets for mom, a basket for mom, and she really loved it. And so,
Yeah, no picture though.
and oh no, but I did put pictures of the eggs up. I did color eggs with this really old dye. It was weird, but it's worked.
What, Lawrence?
Girl, that's
Wait,
not
you
very
said a
nice.
really old guy, right?
Dye.
Okay, sorry.
He's younger than you. I'd be careful.
Well,
All right, moving on.
he's in the neighborhood, so he's local. He's older
Uh,
than you.
hmm. Okay, a
Have you done your
coworker.
taxes yet, by the way?
No, I did mom's, but mine are
Okay.
complicated and I don't.
Tick tock, girl, tick tock.
Well, I know, but I'm gonna have to pay a lot of money with mine, so because that's what they do to people that don't make much money.
Ah,
All
okay.
right, let's see. A coworker repeatedly forgets to do their part for a shared project. Do you remind them again, cover for them, or involve a supervisor?
Well, I think that's going to be very subjective.
Hmm.
But let if it's a, I'm going to go to the supervisor.
Okay.
Only because if let's say there's three people, let's say it's you and I and Clint, we're doing a project,
Okay.
and and we all have our own thing that I mean, we have our specialties, and
Hmm.
that's why we're on the project. So I don't know how to do what Clint does, and you don't know how to do what Clint does. So we can't really cover for him without the project being fucked up.
Right.
And I mean, you can remind them again,
Hmm.
but if obviously, if you have to again remind them, they're not doing it. So bring in the supervisor.
Yeah, I have to say that I mean I will cover for a time and I will
Sure,
do several reminders, but if
if
there's
you
a point like
can.
that, it, I
I mean, if you have the
there's
skills
nothing
to
else you
cover
can
for
do
them,
except
that's great, but
yeah,
I might not.
I would be going to supervisor after several reminders
Yeah,
and
yeah,
forgets. Yeah,
yeah.
because that's work. That's something different. All right. Hey, like it or hate it, Taylor Swift.
I don't dislike her. I mean, I like I like the persona,
Hmm.
the I like Taylor Swift. I just don't know her music. And I've tried listening to it. And it's, you know what? It's a couple of the songs appeal to me,
Hmm.
but for the most part, I don't know. Is it really geared towards 13-year-old girls? Is that why? How do you feel about her music?
I like her as a person, and there are a couple of her songs, like "You Need to Calm Down," that I really liked. Um, and her earlier music I seem to like more, but the stuff that she's releasing now, like it doesn't hit that happy spot for me.
Yeah,
It's just a song. It's like elevator music. It's like I'm gonna forget it in 2 minutes.
yeah. I mean, it's just I'm gonna lay it down to yeah, I'm not the right age for the who she's playing music
I
to
don't even
or
know if it's
for.
that. To me, it's just like, I mean, I do like that she, I think, writes most of her own music and everything. But like for our friend Clint, talking about him again on the show, he loves her music. I mean,
Really? Okay.
just thinks that so much of her music is amazing. And for me, it's like, okay, it's a nice song, but I'm probably not going to remember it in 5 minutes.
And I'm not gonna play it again, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm not going to
And
seek it
but
out.
and the thing is that like Lady Gaga, I really like.
Oh yeah.
And they're you know, and they're pretty much they're the two big chicks right now
Oh yeah.
out there. And you know, even though I don't like all of Lady Gaga's stuff,
Hmm.
but I know what it is. I recognize it. Some I like a lot,
Hmm.
but I there's one song I can remember. Oh, there's two. There's another one. There's the
Hmm.
Bad Blood, I think. Taylor Swift. There's
Oh,
a Bad Blood. There's a couple of
okay.
hit singles that I heard on the radio, and I did like. She had a White Knight, which they used on "So You Think You Can Dance," and that's why I liked the song because now I had a visual that went along with the song. So
Mm.
yeah, it's just Taylor Swift. I'm glad we have a Taylor Swift out there
Yeah.
because I think that. Um, I mean, you look back at the people when we were kids, the musicians, and sometimes the bad people, the bad boys were the popular ones.
Right.
And you need to have positive role models, and I think she's a positive role model.
Absolutely. She really is. And like I said, I like her as a person, but I could name three or four of her songs, but an album, no. I don't know. So, all right. Hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know. Okay, we'll do that question last because I got some things to say about that one. All right, hey Chubbs, Timothy wants to know, how do you feel about tipping culture? How about being asked to tip before receiving service? Does it incentivize better service or defeat the whole point of tipping?
It defeats the whole purpose of tipping,
Yeah.
of what tipping's supposed to be. Originally was supposed to be. When you go into like a Ruth Chris or one of these, it's a steakhouse,
Okay.
and it's very very expensive,
Mm.
and the service is amazing.
Mm.
Okay, but when you're going to like there was a place called South, and I love the restaurant, really good restaurant, but you go up and you order something, and then one person brings it out, and that's the end of the service.
Hmm.
And what I hate the fact that tipping is now a way for the owners to underpay their people.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
now they want you not only to tip the waiters and or waitresses, they want you to tip the cooks and the dishwasher and the people who are doing service for you, but you don't know who they are. And when they want you to do it ahead of time, I'm like, makes me mad. I Okay, like for instance, the hot wings that I like so much.
Yeah.
When you order online, they want you to tip them. at the end. And it's almost like I'm thinking, well, if I say no tip, what's that gonna, am I
Right.
gonna pay for it later, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I think tipping should be for great service,
Hmm.
a great experience. That's what tipping should be for.
Yeah, I agree. The thing that I've gone well, actually that Nephi and I have discussed quite a bit on and off is when you go to a restaurant and you place an order and like for like a I don't know, like a smoothie or one of those drink places or an ice cream place or something, and on the screen they're like tip. You can put in like a $3 tip for the person who just took your order. Or what's worse is when they want you to tip and you're ordering it on a screen.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that is no. I'm
Well,
sorry,
and and
no.
and have you heard the latest now? I was online and they were saying that if you have $100 bill, so
Uh,
your dinner's $100, that your tip should be at least 50%.
oh, I no, F
Guess
that.
what? Guess what? I'm not going to go to restaurants anymore.
Yeah. No, that is too much. I mean that's still $100. It's just at least if you're doing only the 15%, which they want you to do 20 usually or
Sure.
now, that's, $20. It's like, okay, if somebody, I don't know. I mean, if I am a very generous tipper and you don't have to work too hard for me to
Right.
to get it.
To get the full
But
amount. Yeah.
but there are points when you're standing at a counter, you put my order in a little punch pad, and that's all you did. You
Yeah.
didn't even hand it to me at the end. Like,
Well, and
no.
technically, you're paying. You're also tip because there's usually a tip pool. So you're also paying for the person that made up your drink and the person that wrote down. And they wrote your name down and took
Right.
your order. So that deserves at least 20%, right? No, it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, I just, and the other thing is I don't always trust that they're getting it. And that's why for a lot of the delivery people, when I would tip that, I
You tip
usually tipped
cash,
cash because I wanted to make sure they were actually getting it.
right? I
Yeah.
agree.
So,
Yeah, I think I I know restaurants are hard to keep, afloat,
mm,
but you got to pay your people. You got to
yeah.
stop making us pay it's like when they wanted to raise the minimum wage.
Right, because
Okay,
we're already paying a shit ton
so
for the food.
right, so you go to McDonald's and they're paying their people $15 an hour now, or
Yeah,
for the
which
most
is good.
part, $15 an hour from 7.25. So they're going, oh, well, your prices are going to go up. Sell another burger.
Right.
And that covers the hourly cost. Get off it. I can do the math too.
Well,
And it's
yeah.
just they're all profit. These places are all we got to make as much profit as possible, and we want to make sure that the consumer is also paying for the employees and not
Right.
us.
Well, because now, like, if you go and get a Big Mac meal, it's like $15
It's
at
ridiculous.
least. And it's like, that's just, remember
Well,
the $6 burger and we thought that was expensive?
the funny thing is that the burger is one burger is the same price as fries and a drink.
Hmm.
Okay, now let me mention that the drink is worth, even if you get a large, the cup is actually more expensive than what you're putting into the
Right.
cup.
Yeah.
So we're talking cents, not
Hmm.
even a dime, cents,
Right.
for the drink. And I'm sorry, that's not even a full potato.
Hmm.
And you're telling me I'm going to have to pay $8, $4 for each of those? That's bullshit. It's
Right.
bullshit. Okay,
Hold,
get
hold
us
on
another question. I'm too
just a sec. I
upset.
gotta happen. One, okay, how much? Yes. McDonald's CEO. Okay, see if this is it. Okay, the McDonald's CEO total compensation was approximately 19.2 million, including a base salary of 1.43 million, roughly 4 million in cash incentive bonuses, and 13 million in stock option awards, which represented an 8% increase from 2022. How about you take a little bit of the money from your CEO?
Well, it's not even the CEO. It's him and all the people on the top floor.
Right.
They're all making huge
Exactly. But
amount of
that's what I'm
money.
saying is
Yeah,
that, yeah, that whole
the whole
top.
group. The people in the suits that meet in that room with the glass walls.
Right.
Yeah, they're all making a shitload of money.
Yeah. For holding meetings. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Chubbs, Raven Simone, Timothy wants to know. Raven Simone says Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, is not on her Disney Channel Saint or Mount Rushmore list. What any four sitcom stars would be carved on yours?
Wait, is it Disney or
No, no, any
oh,
sitcom
okay.
stars.
Um,
So
okay.
you're gonna say Tim Allen and Bill Cosby and
Right. And then you've got
Roseanne and Ellen.
yeah. Well, no, I B. Arthur,
Uh-huh.
probably Betty White.
Okay.
Um, huh. See, I'm kind of going with comedies because the dramas weren't my favorite. Um,
Well, we're going for sitcom stars, so
oh, that's right. Thank you.
yeah.
Um, phew. See, I'd almost at one point I would have said Roseanne because she was like
I know. Yeah.
huge, but I'm unfortunately she drank the Kool-Aid. So
Uh,
who are you putting up there?
well, I there are so many that I just could not make up my mind, so I finally just said the Golden Girls. That covers all four slots.
Yeah, I mean I like Rue and I like Sophia, but
And
I'm
still,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting them up there. Um, and because I mean, even though they did a lot of other things,
Hmm.
um, you had Maud and you have Dorothy and you've got uh,
Yeah.
Rose and what was her Sue Ann.
Sue Ann
You know,
Nivens.
yeah, those were
Yeah.
huge. Maybe Mary
Well, she
Tyler
was in
Moore.
Odd too, and so was Rue, and yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore, I thought about her. Carol Burnett was another one
Oh,
that,
Carol Burnett. Yeah. Even though it's not a sitcom,
yeah.
yes.
But okay, but Lucy, she would probably have to be because she was defining in so much of today, even today's comedy.
Well, not to mention that um,
Star
her
Trek.
company came up with the three cameras.
Yep.
Her company started recording these
Uh-huh. Yeah.
things. Um, she was part of the reason Star Trek even came to life.
Right.
So much that Desi Lou Studios did. But I'm a little hesitant because all I can picture is that Lucy statue that looks so horrible. And I'm trying to see her up on that. It'd be like, oh
Uh,
God. Um,
it'd have to be later with the big bowl cut.
well, later, the late 60s, early 70s when she just had a bouffant.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's you
And it's
don't
funny that we're not saying any guys.
yeah.
Yeah. But
But
the thing for me is I was like, if it had been, if it's somebody else, if it were not us, if it were some straight person maybe that was being asked, Sean, feel free to step in. Um, Not to label you, but they would probably say Seinfeld or something like that.
oh,
Because I imagine that, they're talking about people that, kind of defined eras but anyway,
I mean, yeah, they throw Jennifer Aniston up there.
yeah.
And which I just can't see at all. Yeah, that's I guess you kind of have to. well, it's subjective to who we are and what we.
Right.
But if you, yeah, I was thinking about it. If you think about the big sitcoms when we were kids,
Hmm.
outside of Dick Van Dyke, it
Right.
was Bewitched, all
Uh-huh.
that girl, Maud. I mean, you did have Carol O'Connor,
Yeah.
and you MASH kind of. It
Mhm.
was. I always felt kind of weird when they go, "Oh yeah, it's a comedy," and it's like, it's
Yeah, it was kind of
okay,
that mix. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you think about a lot of those shows. The real attractions were to the female characters on those
Hmm.
shows, even though you had the Beverly Hillbillies, but Granny was the character that you liked.
Right.
Well, and Jetro, because I like that kind of thing. But and
Yeah.
Ellie Mae, not so much.
Right.
Jed,
Well, and for me,
Jed,
I was just a
Jed,
Jed,
Jed.
Jed, Jed, Jed.
Yeah,
I was just a little later than you with that, so
right.
mine were like Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley and Mork and Mindy and
Well,
the
then you might have to throw
Cosby
in.
Show and
You might have to throw in uh, uh, the Fonz.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, for the 80s, yeah.
for the I mean for characters or
Um,
actors that were well known. I
Three's
mean, where you
Company,
probably wouldn't do it for John Ritter, even though that
right?
was big.
Even though he
But
was like adorable
it's
to me.
yeah, but it's the show's not as memorable.
Yeah.
The characters aren't as memorable, even though the actors were very good. So
So Mrs. Roper, she was the one that stood out on that
sure.
show. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the next question was, "Hey Chubbs, it's now illegal. Timothy wants to know. It's now illegal in some states to use SNAP or EBT cards for snacks and junk food. Is restricting what SNAP recipients can buy, like banning junk food, about promoting health, or is it unfairly policing how low-income people live their lives?"
Well,
I've got a
yes.
lot to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, don't they? You still can't buy alcohol or cigarettes, right?
Right. Or you can't buy energy drinks, alcohol, cigarettes, food that's previously cooked. Um, yeah, so you can't like buy hot food or like you could get a Subway sandwich because it's not technically cooked food or hot food, but yeah, so you can't like get a rotisserie chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that seems a little ridiculous, but um, I mean, I get having limitations on things like alcohol and
Oh
cigarettes.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
That I have no problem with, because uh,
It's not
you know
food.
the whole idea, right? And the whole idea is you're supposed to be feeding the kids,
Well, or
yeah,
yeah,
for the
you're
most
supposed to
part,
be being able to eat because,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, and well, and if you're buying cigarettes and alcohol, you're not buying any food.
right,
So yeah, I mean, I don't think snacks. What, like you can't buy a bag of chips?
right. So 21 states currently are banning or about to roll out this year bans on junk food like soda, candy, energy drinks, which energy drinks you can't buy anyway, I don't think. And then on top of that, states are also trying to ban, as they have been for a long time now, what they consider luxury foods, including steak, lobster, shrimp, seafood, decorated cakes, or specialty items. Um, and trust me, no one trying to stretch $200 to feed a family of three for a whole month is fucking buying lobster. Not unless it's marked down to like 99 cents for the whole fucking pound. And even then, your kids probably aren't going to eat it. And so I'm sorry, but we can't afford hamburger right now because it's too fucking expensive. We're not trying to buy lobster. Now, my take on this is that restricting junk food, quote unquote junk food, not only is just completely misguided, but it also undermines dignity. It targets low income individuals, our freedom to make any sort of choice in our own lives. And this whole thing that it's nutrition based is shaped by access, affordability, education, well, and time. But not just that, but soda and candy or whatever. It's basically telling if you're poor, you shouldn't have any enjoyment.
Right.
It's many communities that the healthier options are so much more expensive, because you can get like a I don't know what, a shit ton of bag of crap for $1 somewhere, but your
Well,
vegetables are
remember
fucking
the
expensive and
whole
they go bad before you can even use them.
okay, and remember when they had the situation where you could get a salad at McDonald's, but it was $8.99, or
Yeah,
you could get a quarter pounder with fries and a drink, and that was $4.99.
right. There's
So,
that too. But it,
yeah,
it really is, it's basically wealthy politicians who want to punish poor people for being poor. And
right,
then on top of that, you have to define what junk food is, which is continually inconsistent. It confuses retailers and people that are trying to buy it, but it's basically SNAP and EBT is designed to reduce hunger and make sure that, families, people that, can't make it for some reason, or and especially their kids, have something to eat, not to
right.
police their fucking diets, especially when you make good food so expensive that it's gone. And these days, you get $200 and it's supposed to last you a month. Good luck with food.
I
Anyway,
know
that's just my opinion on
that's
this.
my alcohol bill.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just yeah, I think that, but
They would
that's
have us eating nothing but fucking potatoes if they could. Anything that's not enjoyable because rich people want poor people to have shit.
no, I don't think I don't, I wouldn't say it's rich people. It's politicians.
Well, they're the
Politicians,
rich people.
but they're it's not quite the
You don't
same.
think that there is some white ass woman who lives off her husband's $200,000 income who's sitting there thinking, I just can't stand that poor person is having something that might be the slightest bit enjoyable.
Well,
They should
that's
just have a can of green beans and
but
supper.
she is a politician's wife, correct?
Well,
That's what I'm talking about. These people, and when I say these people, we're really pointing a lot at the GOP.
mhm.
And yeah, they they say, you want better health care, get a better job, get a job, because that's their mentality. Well, it's the let them eat cake. Oh, there's
Yeah.
no bread, well then they
But
can have cake
but it better
instead.
not be a decorated cake because fuck you. And by the way,
Right, but
there's sugar in that
that's
cake, so you
you're
can't have it.
okay, calm down, girl. You're going against the point I'm
Oh,
trying to make here.
okay.
And the whole thing is that they say, why are we like paying for their kids to go to school? Why are we paying them to go to the doctor? Why they are completely against anything that betters people who are having problems financially let's face it, everybody is having problems paying rent because rent is too fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
And when you've got a senior citizen who is paying almost their entire check to their rent,
Yeah.
and I
Oh
know a
yeah.
few of those.
Yeah.
And then but how do and if they're not getting something like SNAP to help out, I mean, people are spending their entire check paying for gas, electric, and rent. And then what, they just starve in between checks?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
dumb. It's very
Yeah.
dumb. And I'm having a caramel egg right now.
I didn't even get I didn't even get able to get Cadbury eggs for mom this year. So anyway, yeah.
Lucky her.
Hope you didn't buy that with EBT, girl. Okay, moving on. Thank you, Timothy. Those were some very arousing questions, and not necessarily in the fun way,
He's a
but
troublemaker.
good conversation. All right, I remember the Star Wars franchise.
I was a Trekkie.
I was a Trekkie too, but I learned to like the Star Wars franchise, and now I really enjoy it. But
I liked the
I could
first
sit and
three, and then
talk
I didn't
Trek all
care.
the I could sit and talk Trek all day, but Star Wars I might run out after about half an hour.
Well, once you get past the four, five, and six, I wasn't, as some people like the Clone Wars, I thought one, two, and three were snorefests,
Hmm.
and and then six, seven, and what, seven,
Yeah,
8, and 9,
yeah.
they, I don't care. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I sat and watched those movies, and I was just glazed. I mean, it's like, oh, the it looks really good,
Mm.
and the acting's not too bad considering so much of it's CGI. But um, I just don't care.
Yeah, I actually when I went back and watched for a third time the last three, I really enjoyed them except the end. The end is the part that I just didn't really care about. I was like, oh, good, you're gonna save him, whoopee. But yeah, I like it. I like the TV show, most of the TV show stuff. Yeah.
The
All
TV stuff's better. It's actually much better. The Grugo and
right.
um,
Grogu. Yeah.
Grogu and the Mandalorian. We got
Oh,
even
yeah.
actually even some of the Marvel stuff is better television.
That is true. I really liked Arrow. The only one I think of the Marvel stuff that I didn't really like was well, okay, the one where he turns into the white phantom, yeah, you guy, he's all dressed in white robes, he's Egyptian, whatever that one was. And
It was terrible.
and the one where Bucky and the winged guy, that show just didn't hit it for me. All right, moving on.
Okay.
It's time for what's in your lunchbox, and Tom will
Oh,
be talking about
yay.
what's in his lunchbox, which came after a time I was very hungry and didn't have anything, and it made me jealous.
I'm glad I just had that candy. That was good.
Yeah, I got no candy. Oh,
Oh, hey, that's me.
yeah.
Well, this is my standard order at the Fire Wings here in town. And for some reason, we always go. I really like wings better than the nuggets,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
but you know, we always end up going on Monday or Tuesday, and the nuggets are cheap. So,
Yes.
so this is garlic parmesan nuggets, and then we always get fries that we split. So,
Mm,
it's good. It's good. It's expensive though. The chicken has gotten very expensive along with the beef.
mhm.
I and we don't get the carrot sticks anymore. It's just sad, but it was good. It was very good. It
How
was
much are
a.
the beef wings?
I'm sorry.
How much are the beef wings?
Ha ha ha. Um, those are called meatballs, girl. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was. It's really the best wing place there in town, at least. I don't like. Oh God, what is it? The one place, Buffalo Wild Wings. I hate them.
Oh,
And then I don't like the wing. What is the wing one? The other one, the small one.
hot wings? I don't know.
No, it's in all the strip malls.
Uh, I have no idea.
Whatever. I don't
Yeah.
like, and their wings are so tiny. It's like they don't
Yeah.
even exist.
Yeah, it's probably quail. Okay. Next up, Mr. Moose sent in quite a bit of fun, starting with a slice of rhubarb pie. It's nice and tart. Crumbly crumb topping with brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter.
Yeah, that looks good. And I love his
Oh, looks
plates.
amazing. I know, right? That's the first thing I noticed is his fine china there. Let's see. My lunch today at Asian restaurant, chicken, shrimp, and vegetables in a brown sauce. Just beautiful. Just
Yeah.
beautiful. Hubby's lunch of chicken and broccoli in a white sauce.
Yeah, that one's not as appealing to me as the other one is.
Yeah, it's a little
And I don't know
pale,
why, because
but
I know it's going to be good.
I think that for me, just a little too much broccoli, maybe.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. All right, worked all day cleaning out the garage and moving stuff to storage. Exhausted. Hubby carried me, out to dinner at my favorite Mexican restaurant. Got a combo plate with a taco, chili relleno, yeah,
Yeah.
rellenos, and burrito. Really hit the spot.
No, that's an enchilada.
Oh, is that? Yeah, well,
Well, unless it's
maybe there's another one that's an enchilada.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's just because it's taco chili relleno,
That
and
taco looks amazing.
I don't like that. There's too much cheese for me, and I don't like the shell.
Yeah, okay.
That
I
shell
see what
came
you're
out of a box, and there's no reason not to make a pan fried, real quick pan fried. It takes nothing to make taco shells,
Hmm.
and so that's a little lazy. But the chili relleno looks excellent, and his burrito slash enchilada looks good too.
And a burrito, yes. Okay. Been baking again today. This is a strawberry rhubarb pie. First time making this.
How was it? Oh, he didn't say
No, he didn't say, but it looks
because
beautiful.
yeah, I don't
I
know that
love the big
I
crumbly stuff on top.
I don't think I've ever had a strawberry rhubarb pie.
I had one, not realizing what it was, and actually it was pretty good. But I love like that. See the little really brown, beautiful on top, the way that it almost is caught.
The crumble.
Yeah. But when it's just like almost like starting to burn, so good.
Well, that's because it's basically sugar and butter.
Yeah. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Hubby's birthday is tomorrow, so I baked him one of his favorite cakes, pineapple upside down. Yes, I left the cherries
Well,
out.
well,
They
thank
are
goodness.
nasty.
Thank goodness there's no cherries because nothing
Ac-
ruins one more than maraschino cherries.
Oh, let me tell you. Okay, actually, I baked two of these. The first, I forgot to put the butter in the pineapple and brown sugar layer. Going to put that out for the raccoon that looks for food in our backyard. I'm sure he will love it.
Yeah.
Want it right, so I baked a second. This cake has a full cup of butter. Well, that looks really perfect, actually.
Yeah, I can't think
Except
of
for the cherry.
I can't think of there being a better looking um, pineapple upside down cake.
True. So next up is me. And this week, after 6 weeks of putting it off, I finally baked an upside down pineapple cake. And I use the cherries because I think they're beautiful and I think they taste good. But I did not use a full cup of butter. I only used half a cup of butter. So next time, if there is a next time, because this was kind of I think a one and done for me. But if I did make it again, I'd
Really?
use a full cup of butter. Yeah.
See, because what you know what I love about these cakes
Mm-hmm.
is that all you need is a can of pineapple
Mm-hmm.
rings, a can of pineapple rings, and you usually have brown sugar and butter at home
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
That's
So all
right.
you need is a cake mix in the closet with a
Mm-hmm.
can of pineapple rings, and you can make a delicious dessert.
Yeah, I think so. The things that I did that I would do differently is one, I would add more butter, and two, I actually used two cake mixes because I had such a large pan. I thought, well, maybe I better make two. I would only do one this next time, because well, number one, that's why there's a crack in that goes all the way down in mine, but also. I think it kind of made it a little bit drier and more crumbly. But I'll
Well,
tell
because you
you,
have to cook it longer.
right. Yes, I did actually. I had to cook it like an
Yeah,
hour.
there, that's your
But
problem.
I have a lot of problems.
And then when
Uh,
you flip it over, you got your crack came because
yes, I had a
your
big crack.
the center of your cake is now
Mhm.
raised higher than the sides.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I should have cut the top off, but I didn't think about any of
no,
that.
you should have only used one cake mix.
But mom and I loved it.
Oh God, I mean, I don't care how ugly
Yeah.
cake is, just give me some.
Oh, another thing was, and I did use the pineapple juice and some of the cherry juice in the cake mix when I mixed it. And then I read another thing where somebody said to take instead of adding water to the cake mix, to try adding milk, but I wasn't that adventurous on my first try. I just said, nope, I'm gonna do it kind of like the recipe calls for. Anyway, it was fun, nice experiment, and we might just leave it at that. But in the meantime, speaking of closing out experiments, see what's in your lunchbox. All this fun stuff. You can go over to our Facebook group at facebook.com/chubsconwild and check it all out. And you can email us what's in your lunchbox at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. You can email us anything for the show, Chubs questions, I remember topics, hypothetical questions, whatever, send it. And
Oh, photos of me masturbating.
yes, apparently,
Yeah.
probably, or photos of you masturbating to Tom's hair. That works as well. And then don't forget my other projects over at justkisstheguy.com and
Well, if you are watching us on YouTube, give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe.
mhm.
Yeah, because we just at least leave us a comment saying this is so and so, so we know you're watching.
Yes, we love so and so's. And no, there was something else I was going to add, but
Oh, was it about me shitting my pants twice last week?
well, we couldn't go a whole show without that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
At
that's what
least you're
happens
feeling better now.
when you're coughing and you have
Got
diarrhea,
you some
which I did not
pens.
know I had at the time.
Yeah, that was really sad. Yeah. Okay. We love you. We'll
Oh.
catch you next time. Bye.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.